It's one of the most famous stories of survival.
70% of the Earth is covered by oceans. Inside them, amazing discoveries await. If you have a fear of deep water, you might find it hard to watch this video to the end. This video will show you things you would never see otherwise. Even now, as you're lying down watching YouTube, new things are being discovered in the deep ocean. The ocean floor is full of mysteries. Some divers have stumbled upon shocking things while diving. Take a look at this video. Divers are swimming in murky water. It seems like the seabed is just filled with seaweed and sand, but suddenly they spot something huge. As the camera gets closer, strange patterns appear, and through the transparent glass, a bizarre creature can be seen. People are so surprised that they move closer to take a look. Looking around nearby, even more astonishing things come into view. There are odd statues and intricate metal sculptures scattered around. Comparing with a person, their size is enormous.
Wow, this is practically straight out of Alien, right?
Right? It's quite unsettling, isn't it? This place is near Anapa Beach in the Black Sea, Russia, and divers claim to have found aliens on the seabed. Could there really be traces of aliens under the ocean? Others have encountered different things. Here's a video uploaded in June 2017. Divers start their descent at a marked orange spot. Underwater, there are various fish, coral covered in barnacles, and a sunken car. Not only the car, but traces of other people are visible too. There are two cups, a motorcycle, and even a giant steering wheel. With time, algae has grown, and everything is rusted. With large fish swimming by, divers give a thumbs up to the camera. It seemed to be the end, but the shocking part is just beginning. The screen cuts to show a human skeleton tied to a pole-like structure. His bones are intact, and a light bulb is hanging from his arm, giving a creepy vibe. Looking in another direction, there is a skull with a fierce expression. There are boxes and multiple skulls tied together like sculptures.
Did pirates have a fight down there or something? Why's that thing even in the ocean?
See? Something definitely happened here. But what really took place in this part of the ocean? Did you know traces of Atlantis were found near Japan? In 1987, near Yonaguni Island, Okinawa, Japan, a unique underwater formation was discovered. It looked like layers of blocks, arranged a few meters apart, spanning about 1,000 meters long and 750 meters wide. It's so deep you need scuba gear to reach it. At first, it seemed like an ordinary seafloor, but it showed signs of artificial shaping, resembling ancient ruins. Researchers explored this formation and announced it to the world, claiming it was an ancient underwater ruin. The news of an underwater ruin stirred excitement globally, and the Yonaguni underwater formation became a popular diving spot.
The way those rocks are cut like someone sliced them, it's kinda mind-blowing. How did that even happen?
Right? Like you said, people started investigating with curiosity. Many theories arose around the Yonaguni underwater formation. Let me tell you a few. The first theory is that it was a structure built by an ancient civilization. During the end of the Ice Age, around 8000 BC to 1 AD, sea levels were about 40 meters lower than today. This means the Yonaguni structure might have been above water, and it could have been land that gradually submerged over time. The stone surfaces look carved, and there are markings that look like letters and holes that seem man-made. To those dreaming of Atlantis, it's like a dream come true. Also, artifacts with unique pictograms called Kaida characters were found on Yonaguni Island, leading some to link them to this formation. The second theory is that it's a natural formation. Yonaguni Island is made of strata that can easily crack, so sharp and right-angled rocks often break off due to earthquakes. This suggests the unique shapes could be the result of natural erosion. Since the main structures are connected to the bedrock, it seems more like they were carved from the ground and built with stones, something supposedly impossible with the technology of that time. Moreover, no artifacts like pottery, which are commonly found in human settlements, have been found.
So you're saying it was made by something other than humans? Like a giant or something?
It's possible that ancient giants gathered and carved out the underwater land, given the technology of that time couldn't have created it, and this area is filled with giant marine creatures like whale sharks, hammerheads, and manta rays. So who knows? Up to now, it's just theories, and nothing is confirmed, but we are all waiting for the day when the truth is revealed. Are there any piggies interested in scuba diving? Watching this video might change your mind. Give it a try. On May 27, 2018, people were diving at Fiji Beach, with colorful fish swimming past them. Then, as a man reaches out toward the fish, a shark suddenly approaches and tries to attack him. The man, realizing it just in time, quickly ducks, and another person beside him uses a long stick to block the shark's mouth, saving him. When you watch it in slow motion, the shark was aiming directly at the man's head. Without the other person, it could have been disastrous.
The person who saved that guy is seriously a lifesaver for real.
The man who saved him is a local shark trainer from Fiji. They feed the sharks or chase them away with metal rods. Surprisingly, there have been similar incidents with others in this area. It's like encountering a tiger baring its teeth on land. For piggies who don't want the rare experience of meeting a shark in the ocean, hit that subscribe button. Oink. Do you know about the finger of death that freezes anything it touches? It freezes everything it comes into contact with, from starfish to the ground. This phenomenon, shown in the video, is called a brinicle, a super cold underwater icicle that forms from sea ice. It's mostly found in the Antarctic and Arctic, first discovered in the 1960s and shocking people with its eerie presence. Its shape resembles a spiral ice pillar, drawing attention. Unlike ordinary icicles, brinicles have a higher density than regular seawater. They grow downward at an extremely fast pace, freezing everything they touch along the way. When polar seawater reaches about 2 to 7, it begins to freeze. Only pure water freezes, forming small crystals that cluster into slushy ice on the surface, which eventually hardens into sea ice. As the sea ice forms, the salt is expelled, creating highly saline brine beneath it. This brine has a much lower freezing point than surrounding seawater, reaching a supercooled state between 45 degrees C and 60 degrees C. This supercooled brine sinks, freezing the surrounding seawater as it goes. That's how a brinicle forms.
So, it's just like one giant frozen spike from the ocean.
Didn't listen, did you? Anyway, brinicles are something to watch out for in polar oceans, as they can freeze any marine life they come into contact with while spreading along the seabed. And when it comes to oceans, we can't skip the topic of deep-sea creatures. Did you know there's a deep-sea creature called the vampire? I'm talking about the vampire squid, discovered in 1903. With its spooky name and appearance, you might expect it to be huge, but it's actually quite small, only about 7.9 to 12.1 centimeters. Over 300 million years, this creature has evolved to survive in extremely low oxygen environments. Even in pitch-dark depths, it has large sensitive eyes to detect its surroundings. You might even find it cute as you keep watching. But this little creature has a surprising side. It can flip its body inside out, raising its 8 arms to form a circular shape like a vampire's cloak.
Then does it actually live off blood like a real vampire?
Because of its name, many people think it's a blood-sucking vampire, just like you might have. But actually, the vampire squid doesn't suck blood at all. Despite its eerie name, it's a passive, peaceful creature that cleans up the ocean. It lives at depths of around 600 to 900 meters, near anoxic zones. There's plenty of nutrients near the surface, but not much food in these deep-sea areas. However, deep-sea organic matter, known as marine snow, consisting of dead plankton and remains from marine life above, falls like white snow. The vampire squid feeds on this marine snow to survive. It's fascinating to think about the many unknown creatures thriving in the deep sea. If you're curious about other deep sea creatures, give a thumbs up. Did you know China also has a sunken Atlantis? It's an ancient underwater city called Xichang, the Atlantis of the East. This lion city, submerged under Lake Qiandao, dates back 1,400 years to the Tang Dynasty in 621 AD. The stunning preservation of Xichang's structures is its main allure. Intricate archways, grand gates, and temples are visible underwater with astonishing detail.
It totally looks like CGI. Feels like I'm watching a scene from a movie.
Xicheng was submerged by the Chinese government in 1959 under Lake Qiandao, a massive freshwater lake with over 1,000 islands. After years of investigation, it was revealed that Xicheng housed about 300,000 residents, who were relocated by government order. In 2001, a team of skilled divers was dispatched to explore Xicheng, revealing it to the world. In 2011, China's National Geographic released photos, sparking tourism interest. Today, it's a popular destination for underwater museums, guided tours, and scuba diving from April to November. Each summer, It's promoted as a special travel destination because a complete map of the submerged city remains incomplete. Many are drawn to the thrill of potentially finding unexplored areas in the maze-like city. Did you know there is an ancient analog computer from 2100 years ago? Around the time of ancient Korean kingdoms being established, there was a machine capable of calculations.
Nah, this is just impossible. How could they even make machines back then?
In 1900, the wreck of an ancient Roman ship sank near Antikythera Island. Investigations revealed 36 marble statues, pottery, unique glasswork, jewels, and a peculiar item with gears embedded in it. This Antikythera mechanism was designed to observe the stars, earning it the title of the world's first analog computer. With gears, it could calculate the positions of celestial bodies. It was crafted around 70-60 BC but was so advanced in design that similar clockwork technology didn't appear in Europe until the 14th century. In 1971, X-ray and gamma-ray scans revealed 82 fragments with 27 gears inside the mechanism. The front had a main dial and the back had two smaller dials. One hand on the front showed the sun's position, while two others tracked the moon's movement. Even though leap years weren't understood then, this mechanism's calendar dial would shift by 1 day every 4 years to account for them. The back had 5 dials, 2 large ones and 3 smaller ones. One large dial had 235 teeth, showing the cycle of the sun, earth, and moon returning to their original positions. Another large dial had 223 teeth, which allowed tracking of solar and lunar eclipses. They could even predict eclipses back in ancient times. At first, they didn't foresee such a discovery, and while it's remarkable that such a device existed back then, learning more about it has been equally astounding.